Hey everybody, it's an interesting rare day that we're back on a Tuesday here with Players Wanted Airsoft. Obviously, we're going to be going this week, so Thursday I'll be on a plane, so we're not having our normal Thursday. And of course, we're probably going to have limited watching on here because of a certain thing that's going on today that we're not going to be talking about. So, all right, so at the presidential elections, I'm sure you're going to see the reactions of some of us from time to time as we're watching stuff come through. And why is my thing talking to me? There we go. All right. So we're going to be talking about quite a few things here. Obviously, somebody is late today, so we get the RASM as soon as it comes on. Yordi will not be joining us today, but with me today, of course, I'm Joker from Players Wanted. This man right over here, the man of the smallest stature, but the biggest heart, we have Greg Paparisi. And below me, we have the Wiener Man from Doomsday Airsoft. Welcome, Mr. Wiener. And today we're talking about something interesting. I gave you all some homework. Pretty much what came out was the Airsoft Pro League, the first episode. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Gentlemen, you did get a chance to watch the episode, right?
Yes. Yep,
okay.
Sure did. This morning with one eye open.
Did you actually pay attention to the episode?
Yes, I did pay attention to the episode.
Okay. So what do you got? What is your first initial reactions to it so far?
Hey, shit. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I need a minute.
You need a minute?
Sorry.
You didn't watch it?
No, not that. No, not that. I got to give me 1 second. Sorry. Filler.
All right. We'll talk right now as we kick Pop out until he comes back.
Okay.
So you had a chance to watch the episode?
Yes, I did. I got a chance to watch it. I thought it was cool. I liked it. It's not something that I would do only because I'm old and slow, but it was like I was watching. Now I didn't describe it as American Gladiators to begin with. It was like American Ninja Warriors. It's kind of what it was, the way the production was. It was kind of cool, but you can tell it was put together. And I was watching them move. I was trying to pay attention to the equipment they were using and the guns and the grenades and just watch their motions and things like that. So I was thinking more along the lines as a paintball competition is what I was thinking as I was watching it.
Okay. Well, it was very. The first episode was very Speed QB-esque in the way that I saw it as well. So some people don't like that style of play, but me personally, I like CQB.
Yes.
So I don't mind it at all. Will, just so you know, the first episode is free. You can go to airsoftproleague.com. Actually, let me throw that up as a banner of what we're talking about here. So.
Sorry.
That's what it is. Let me just get the stupid link to it because I need to pull it up anyway. At airsoftproleague.com. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that right up inside the chat, and I'm going to put it right up as a banner so people can go through and check it out. So you could actually go there and you could check out the first episode like we did, so you could have some feedback, insight. One of the things I will say is that at least the executive producer, Chris Machi, has been listening a little bit to the Airsoft community. So I really do appreciate the fact that he's listening and all that stuff to the sort of like the people within the industry. But I got to reiterate this again, that this was not made for airsofters. It was made to be mainstream guys. So if you're going in as tearing it apart because of going in thinking that you're going to tear it apart because, oh my God, look at this. It's a speed soft. It's not airsoft. It's, poorly done and all that. It's really to get the eyes on the sport. And I think it's going to be a good thing. So I do want to get a little bit of Papa's understanding of it. So I think that it's going to increase the sport rather dramatically. I think that he's back. Are you back now?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Are you sure? Because we can wait for you. We'll just sit here and.
am I sure if I'm sorry or, I mean, I'm not really that sorry. But,
So,
sorry, no, really.
what was your initial thoughts after watching the episode?
Initial thoughts. The first feeling was very reminiscent of like oh god, what was the show in the was it in the 90s? I guess
American Gladiator.
American Gladiator. A lot of those shows like that, like the 2 a.m. shows, stuff like that. That's the feel I got. The colors and all that, and the colors, the camera motions, all those kind of little things were an awkward feel for me because it felt like D class. It's the same thing I felt about those shows back then as well. That's not necessarily indicative of what they're trying to put on or anything. I'm just saying that's the feel I got from watching it. The music playing, like that music playing in the background, and the way the guys were announcing, it was all as if they scripted it from that show and just converted it into Airsoft.
And I believe that is exactly what the intention was, to be honest with you. Because when Chris was on the channel originally, he mentioned that several times. I want to remember that I remember. He mentioned several times him specifically saying, "In the guise of American Gladiator." So I can understand that feel to it. And I'm going to go into some of my pieces in a second here. I just wanted to get everybody else's opinion on it.
Yeah, and if that was his goal, he nailed it. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if that's where he was going with it. My feelings on the being a purist, however you want to relate it. I didn't feel it was indicative, and we talked about this before, though. I didn't feel that it was necessarily indicative of Airsoft. I understand your point. I actually overheard you, and you said it before as well. You feel that it's going to be drawing more people to the sport. I don't know that I necessarily feel the same way, because I don't think it's representative of the sport. Just the fact that it's like saying there's a new football league that's out right now that plays no pads. That's not necessarily going to be. You haven't seen that yet?
No.
That's not necessarily going to be drawing people to the NFL. Not even drawing people into football, because it's not the same thing. Even Ice Cube's what's it called, the league or whatever it is, the 3-on-3 basketball is not necessarily indicative of the NBA, of actual basketball.
Yeah,
play.
but I'll disagree with you, because if it was Airsoft, I think it's the other way. I think you're thinking about it the other way around. You're thinking about it from our industry going into Airsoft Pro League. It's not indicative of the sport. However, we've said this before multiple times, that we are seeing people getting already interested just off some of the promo spots. We get people interested off of YouTube videos, off of cheater videos of all things, saying, "Oh, I could do that." Will has a great point. It's not for current players; it's for interested players, and that's what I think is actually going to happen here. If it goes mainstream and people see cool things that they could possibly do, because if you look at, if you watch the video, you had a wide range of body sizes that played inside of it on both on the contractor side and on the player side, the team side. So that was kind of impressive that you see these big guys, and I'm not insulting anybody when I say this, but you see guys that have a lot of weight on them, that are running around that you would not expect to move fast. But I'm a fat guy that plays Airsoft, and I move fast when I'm running around. So I get it and I understand it, and it's kind of a big deal for Airsoft. I think that there was a few things that bugged me about it, and we're going to start going into the nitpicking side of it. We are going to pull up some stuff here. I saw Wiener's eyes open wide a few times. So I know what he's looking at. And the same thing I saw, which was, holy shit, that's big news. But we're not going to mention that on the show tonight. So let me just go ahead and oh mother fuck.
I didn't hear a thing.
You must have turned some volume up.
Hey, Chris, the first thing I'm going to tell you, man, you got to change that damn music. You got to change something on it because that shit just blew out my eardrums, and I'm not even lying. All right.
What happened? What'd you click on?
He was trying to bring a video over.
I'm bringing the video up so that way I can have it up here so we can start looking at some of the parts of it. Because I'm going to share it. There we go. Oh, crap. I forgot the... Sorry, let me just make sure I add the audio. I did turn the volume off, though. Can you guys hear this okay?
Hearing the volume, I immediately see MMA right there.
Yeah.
Like the open shirt, the stance, the
that's what all these guys are coming from. All these guys are coming from MMA, and they're coming from boxing.
What made them decide to do Airsoft, the Professional Airsoft League?
I have no idea. Chris really didn't go into it. Hey, Thomas, how you doing?
Oh, my leg.
So the last time we talked about this, by the way, I mentioned something I wasn't able to find it, and I was able to find it since then. There was in Great Britain, there's an indoor. They have an indoor competition, and I was able to find it, and it's completely different, even though it's the same. And I don't know if either one of you have ever seen it before or not. I'll share the link.
Yeah, feel free to share the link. One thing I'm going to go off with that I'm going to talk about, because I'm going to really break this down and critique it. I'm pretty sure Chris is going to watch this because I already have a write up that I've done just to give my feedback on it, which is this intro is a little long. It actually goes for 3 minutes and 34 seconds before it goes into before it actually starts going into the stuff like what the actual gameplay. And he says that this is Airsoft Pro League like 3 times during the intro or 4 times during the intro. And they do a lot of the same cuts over and over again. So you see like the same sort of cuts that go through, which I'm sure they're trying to show off for KWA, the hardware and all the stuff that's on there. But I mean, there's cut some more.
The product placement is like crazy on this. I mean, that right there, he's got Airsoft Innovations patch on. Yeah. There's so much product placement. Absolutely.
Like the same Axe guy is on there 3 times. And here we go again.
Yeah.
Now,
see, it felt when I watched it felt very staged.
That was very staged, and they've done that same move like 3 times in the opening intro, which hopefully they change it for future episodes, because it now
they're the teams.
So they're the teams. Here's the thing. So one of the first things I'm going to say off the bat, if you guys have not watched this yet, the production value was pretty good. I'll agree with Thomas on that. The lighting and everything else, it might have thrown you off, Greg, but I think it actually lit up that area really well and put the focus on the characters. So one of the things I did not like about the episode, though, is that... Huh?
I got it.
The camera.
I got it. You know what this is?
Huh.
This is glow. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful manner. When I was a kid, I watched Glow. Like, I'm not kidding. Not because Netflix played it. When I was a kid, I watched Glow.
Oh, okay.
I actually watched it.
Which beat
this is...
hold on, real quick. I got to address this real quick because this is coming up. Guys, I am not going to tell you who I voted for. We're not going to talk politics here because we're not going to have this channel bogged down with political bullshit. Plus, you don't need to have a positive or negative feeling or of anybody that's on the channel because of who they voted for or what their political thing said. So, All right, so back to it. You shut the hell up, Wiener. Anyways, it's glow. You're right. It's got that feel.
Where you've got like airsoft, especially like Milsim, and this is not to disrespect, especially having played it at MA now, but not to say anything about speed softing or anything like that. But like if you look at Milsim, major Milsim events, that would be like Greco-Roman, collegiate, Olympic wrestling, right? That's as real as going to be for airsoft. And then WWE, WCW, things like that. And that's not even a fair one to say, but this made me think of Glow. It's absolutely, because you use the word characters, and that's what each one of these guys are. They're characters, almost like they're paid actors out on the field playing airsoft.
No, I don't think that. I don't think that.
That's the feeling I got. There's one guy who, what's his name?
All right, so real quick. All right, before we go further, people have questions about what Airsoft Pro League is. Obviously, which Beanie hasn't been, you haven't been out to Miami Airsoft for a while, so I guess I can forgive it a little bit. But Airsoft Pro League is a just production company that came out of nowhere. Said they launched this thing. They had their first season, so we're playing a little bit of it. The first, the first episode is actually free if you go to airsoftproleague.com. Which Beanie, the funny thing is like, and I'm not trying to trash the groups that are up there, dude. We would dominate there, without a doubt. We would dominate there with playing and everything else. So I don't think any of these guys are actors. I do think that so far the two teams I saw, they don't really have the grandiose stage presence. They haven't been scripted. Now, even
actors, but I've got it's a feel like they're characters, very much like I said, like Glow, very very much like they had to create. They might be athletes, they might be airsofters. Any wrestler in a WCW they're athletes, but they got to create their shtick. They gotta, otherwise they're not getting on TV, and that's what these guys seem like.
So one of the first things I'll mention on it is that when you're looking at this, you're like, okay, great, you have 4 teams here. So you have one, but there's 2 episodes. There's 2 teams fighting in this first episode. So really, there's only 4 episodes for the. It's what is it? 7 total episodes then? Because that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 episodes. What I would rather have seen with this is, let's start playing a little bit more of it. So these are the 8 teams that they've assembled, and we're watching. The first one we're going to watch is going to be with the Marauders and the Blackjack Tactical. And can you guys not hear the volume from my screen? My share? No,
we couldn't before. No, we couldn't before.
Share audio.
Just watch it.
The link that I shared, by the way, was in the private chat because obviously I can't comment in the public comments.
Why can't you?
Where would I comment? Where do I put it?
It says comment. You should have a post that says comment.
No.
Let's see one that says private chat and then comments on it. Oh, you on a laptop or you on your phone?
No. I see comments. I click on that. I just can't type anything.
It should be down at the bottom. No. Lovely. We've only done this a few times. You would think by now we'd have the technical difficulties under control. I'm not going to say nothing, but
maybe we need to find
let's see if you guys can hear it now.
Airsoft Pro League will feature 8
there we go.
from all across the Northeast. These teams will battle to find out.
So I'm going to try scrolling forward to finding the actual spot. What they do is they go through a lot of useless information on this, at least for me. I'm hoping that they take this as criticism, constructive criticism. I'm not trying to be nasty, bad, or anything else. I'm just trying to be honest. They're given the breakdown of all the different teams of what they're going to be doing during the season, and then it kicks off to right about here. So
In game mode Loose Lips Sink Ships, there are 3 intel caches located on the field. The objective is to destroy all 3. A contestant must set off a pyro grenade inside the cache. Once the explosion occurs, that cache is terminated. If that weren't challenging enough, after all 3 caches are destroyed, at least one surviving member of the team must reach the exfil location. During the gameplay, if a contestant is hit, they must lie on the ground and activate a red tag light indicating their need to be revived or respawn. A fellow contestant must safely reach them and turn off their light, reactivating the player. 2 contractors start on the field. Contractors may not respawn, and when they are eliminated, they will be replaced by another member of the contractor team. As always, 5 minutes on the clock, and grenade eliminations are at discretion. This is Loose Lips Sink Ships, because nobody likes a tattletale.
Okay, so interesting game mode. You have to blow up 3 weapon caches or 3 intel caches. Only 2 contractors allowed on the field at the time. And then you have a revive aspect of the game, and then somebody at least has to get back through. So, if you guys are watching this and you have not seen the episode yet, we're giving away spoilers, guys. So understand that this is a breakdown of Airsoft Pro League, so we can understand if you don't want to watch any more of this, because we're going to give away who does what. Now, the gameplay, however, is not very long for the first one. So I'm hitting the wrong button again.
Jose Mancero, call sign.
Days into.
My name was
no. Go back and show Reaper. This is why I said these guys they're WWE.
Mancero, call sign Reaper, Team Marauders. I was always a military nut, so I just, kept looking at it. I found out about Airsoft, got into it and shit, and just got into it and I played. This is actually my first gun that I bought and played with, and now this is like a hammered guy. That's why they call me the Reaper. I come at you and you don't call your hits, you're going to call them, guaranteed. Inside, you got a V2 Gen 3 pulsar fusion engine with a striker stock, striker AFG, nightstick flashlight, and of course, you see a Pro 1 half up. You got a 601 Angel inner barrel, fully sealed.
My name's Alexis Magno, Team Marauders. My call sign's Blue Wolf. Being here, it's like they call me Blue Wolf because I always wind up sneaking past.
Will.
Mainly like Wolf, you won't see me.
Will, I'll agree with you. The same transition over and over again kind of gets a little repetitive and annoying to me as well, so I understand that.
You should get ready to shoot him right in the jewels.
They do spend a whole lot of time. I like the fact that they are showcasing the 4 players that are on the episode, because you should. If you're an Airsoft Pro League or whatever. But they did spend the earlier part of the episode explaining at least 2 or the 3 or 4 of the different contractors that they had. It might be better off is that if it actually just does a body profile rotating around, where they have those little arrows that point to a specific item that breaks down all the stuff that's there. And then what it would be even better is if that has a clickable link to go to the player's profile to see all their stuff. But exactly. That was, I guess that part was added for us, the airsofters, I suppose anything else. So I really don't want to go through all the things. I just want to jump right into the action portion of this. Yeah.
3, 2, get out here and set up some lanes of fire and keep contractor heads down. The contractors are deploying. Looks like they threw some smoke out there, Dan.
Boom, right off the bat,
down goes Reaper. And no point because he was shot before he deployed fire. So 0 points for Marauders.
That happens.
Take a look there at Viper taking cover.
Well, I'm not that he didn't call it but
Looks like Jack is trying to make a move here.
Keep an eye on Jack.
Like, the camera's got to be giving away where they're at too.
Oh, bold move. Let's see how it pays
I would
off.
say no.
No.
Because there's so much stuff that's going
There
on in
it
there.
is. Jax gets to the
Yeah.
halfway point, and down goes one objective. And he had to drop
And if I hear this guy say
So-
cachet one more time, I'm gonna go. I'm driving up to New York.
Cachet or sachet?
such an important position. Dan, just
So there's one thing I want to point out here. Like when it comes down to it, the guy put his gun down to throw a grenade into a thing. He's now unarmed in a competition stance. If it's one thing that, if it's like me at MA goofing off, that's one thing because there's nothing on the line. But evidently, if you win, there's $5,000 on the line. So putting your gun down is, I don't know, to me at least, a big no-no.
oh, bold move. Let's see how it pays off. There it is. Jax gets to the cachet point, and down goes one objective.
I'm gonna keep refreshing that cachet point just for you.
Oh no, you don't have to. You keep saying it. The other guy pronounces it right though.
Position, Dan, just holding down the flanks where people tend to come up. He's stopping movement. Down goes Viper. He's going to be replaced, but keep in mind, there's only one active contractor on the field right now. Perfect time for the Marauders to make a move. If ever they were going to make a move, this is it.
Contractor deployed.
Contractors are at full strength at this point.
I am curious of why such
Jax
a big
trading
gun
plastic
for
with
a
the
CQB
contractor
field.
there, trying to hold some heads down.
Well, I'm watching. So put everything else off to the side. Watch
Somebody's going to have
the
to
way
win
some of these guys play,
the game.
and
To go and an exfil.
if they're supposed to be
Bold.
the top of the top, being in this competition,
And there
I'm
it
not
is. Jax now
seeing that by all of them.
destroying objectives. He's on fire, Pete.
Yeah, Thomas, I agree. It's pretty dumb to drop your gun. I
Got a
imagine these
contractor
guys
here
would
with
have
some pyro.
slings.
Let's see what he does with it, Dan. Player Jax here getting ready to make a bold move opposite the wall of the contractor here. Contractor just
This is actually pretty cool.
works out, Dan.
Player down.
All right, let's talk about that little move there for a second. So, what were you going to say? What did you just say, Papa? Because I couldn't hear it over the
I
speaker.
said that whole scenario right there was actually pretty cool. The whole engagement.
What I personally, that's a tag 67 that the contractor threw up. So it would have popped right there. That would have been at least a signal to me. Somebody's really close, and I should have my gun. But he dropped his gun down because I would have killed the contractor myself, and then went up and did the grenade drop.
Risky decision. It pays off as Marauders Jax destroys his third objective. And
He couldn't have done anything anyway. He didn't have his gun.
Player down.
Blue Wolf is now the lone wolf. He's got to get himself
Game over. Objective complete.
That's it. He gets off the field. All in all, great performance from the Marauders. Just to show what a little bit of risk will do.
All right, so there's blah, 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 blah. All right, this part's kind of important because this is important feedback as soon as it stops
All
freezing.
right, Pay Next, let's discuss what we just saw. And what that was Team Marauders picking up a win, taking out the contractors. And to me, this was all about Jax. He's the MVP.
Oh, without a doubt, Danny. You're talking about not one, not two, but three total objectives and really bold moves on every single one, by the way. And last but not least, a sacrifice at the end to get them almost that win, so close. And then the final sweep with the butt scoot, I like to call it, by the Blue Wolf. They're unbelievable.
What does this mean, though, for the Marauders now? They move on. They're a
Bingo,
very
right there.
cohesive Unit. They got to be feeling.
Did you hear that?
What?
They move on. They just gave away the entire rest of the episode.
Well, spoiler. Does that not mean that they move on?
No,
They
because
won that round.
it's time. Time actually controls it. Whoever has the best time.
Oh, so the next team that plays, I see. Okay.
So it sort of gives, the smoke on the field. I mean, that's obviously their choice to do and all that stuff. Most fields you won't be allowed to do it because, because of smoke and all that. So they gave it away and all that stuff. So that's like the one thing I said. And on top of that, the other thing that was kind of big there was the cameraman got shot to shit. I don't know if you saw that or not. Let's see if you could. It's got to be right about there. Yeah, watch the cameraman.
Really bold moves.
see
on every
that?
single
see
one, by
the
way.
see the contractor
And
shot him
last but not
twice.
least, a sack-
Did he get shot? I thought he actually did
yeah,
not
look.
shoot.
Oh, here, I could do it like this. It looks like he got shot. Watch.
I thought he didn't.
And
Right there.
really
1,
bold
2.
moves.
Oh, he did, huh? Nothing like good local awareness.
Hey, well, I mean, I would call that target acquisition, but that would be funny. Yeah, you see a target in front of you, they go. All right, so now we have the next team, which is their intro. Which their intros, I gotta admit, they focused on some of the people that were there. And then I think this is where it starts. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, Pete, here we go. It's a game of blue slips, sink ships, tactical, and the contractors.
Most important part of the game right here is breakout. This is where you establish lanes of fire and field dominance, Dan.
Right from the start, it looks like Blackjack Tactical. They're in a position to make some noise.
We're sitting right on top of one cachet right here and looking to make a toss to the other one. Ooh, that's a miss.
Hey, he's not an NBA player. He's an airsofter, okay?
And a hit. Second shot. They nailed one down and 2 to go.
One objective down, 2 more to go. We got only 30 seconds into the game. We have a lot of action so far.
And Geist is working a good forward position here with that pistol. He's able to slide around, and he's got a lot more mobility there. Here we go, sitting on top of the second target here.
There's Sonic right there.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on him at all times.
I'm going to take it my sweet ass time throwing a grenade inside of a crate.
He's like,
The pyro, Dan.
Right there.
Down, 1 left to go.
All this action in a minute there shows you the intensity and the level of play.
Player down. Player down.
Player down.
2 players down, Dan.
Stingray's down, and Toxic is also down.
This is a rough position to be in, and half of your team is down. You want as many guns pointed down range as possible.
So not only is Blackjack, they're outmanned right now. They're going up against a very tough thing here with the contractors.
Player revived.
Ooh, and both players are revived.
I will, Lil.
So Toxic is back in action. Stingray is back in action.
And here's a
You try to take him out with that grenade?
No, he threw it into
right
the
on
cache.
target.
In the
Oh, the other
cache.
guy, because he threw a grenade over just before.
6 ships.
And this
right
is
in the cachet.
just
Right in the
Right in the
cache.
cachet.
fill the area
Right in his
and
cache.
win the game.
Player revived. Player
Okay.
down.
Another player down, Dan.
Yep. Sonic is down. Sonic is down here.
Player down.
And Stingray as well.
Looks like they're getting some tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision? No way.
I'm moving in.
Oh, look at this.
6mm BB bag of tricks.
Talk about embarrassment here from the contractors. Not only do they pick up,
Whoa.
All right.
but they do it by dumping a full tank of BBs on them. Now.
Never saw that before in my
Oh,
life.
yeah. Well, that was interesting.
Okay.
Insult or something?
Now that's some jackassery I would do, because how many
Yeah, I
times I
know
walked
that.
up behind somebody like where they at? Where they at? By the way, you're dead. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. asshole. Oh.
Yeah, but what I will say is this: I think Blackjack Tactical got fucked here, or at least they got screwed over a little bit because
Why is that?
right here, I think this is it.
Player down.
Ooh, another player down, Dan.
There's two guys right here. The pistol contractor's still on the field as well. There's only supposed to be two contractors out on the field right now.
Keep playing.
Hold on. There he's right there. There he is. That's the contractor.
And this is it.
Pistol contractor. Yep.
Quickly.
That was the
exfil
first
area.
contractor.
They
That's
win the game.
the pistol dude. And then there's two other contractors firing. So there's three contractors up right now.
Player down.
Ooh, another player down, Dan.
Sonic is down here.
Player down.
And Stingray as well.
Looks like they're getting some tunnel vision here, Dan. And
down.
not. Ooh.
I'm moving in.
I mean, that was a good move.
Oh,
Look at this.
Player down.
Talk about embarrassment here from the contractors.
So-
Not only does
There's three contractors out on the field. Three.
And there's only supposed to be two at any given time.
Only two, as per the rules that established at the beginning. So I think they kind of got screwed up. Maybe the other contractor got taken out, and they need to edit that in better. But it does not seem that way with the way the cuts were. That you had the pistol guy shooting from one angle, and then those two contractors shooting at the same time. If I was the player and I was there, I'd be like, "Oh, we need to run this shit again."
Will said something. See what Will said there?
Yeah, that's some scripted shit in my opinion. I don't think it's scripted because literally it's something I would do. You saw the video of it. You saw the video of it.
Yeah, but that was on a large open field, and this guy came out of nowhere. But what is nowhere on this or in this arena? He didn't have a gun on him. He came running out with a bag of BBs with no gun in hand.
Yeah, but I do that shit all the time with a frying pan. I got video of it. You know, where they at? Where they at? You're dead. And there are people like, no, please don't put that up. Hold on, I'm being told to look at Facebook real quick. What am I looking at?
Who's telling you to look at Facebook?
He sent you. He sent you a private message.
Was that Will? You sent me something.
Oh,
Greg.
oh no, it's Fox 4 News. Okay.
Well,
Yeah, no.
Go into the private chats. Go into the private chat.
Okay.
The second one that I posted, I put it right on a particular timeline.
Okay.
Start playing that real quick, just to show the difference of what I was talking about. I got it. It's playing from that. It's like 1 hour, 1 day, something like that.
Doubled number of the teams again, so 32 teams next year. It's very, very possible. And let's think. Let's dream about this situation, how we will handle it in a matter of organization.
Oh, I know what Will said.
I think we will make a few leagues, like the teams that joined us recently will play as rookies. We will
What is that?
A few leagues, rookies.
So this is a different. This has been out for a while.
Yeah, this is the one I've been seeing where they have this one. Yeah.
Now this is what I would envision more. If it's going to be indoor field, this is what I would envision.
Yeah, but the problem that comes up with that is that, to be honest, we don't have a field like that. We don't really have a facility like that that can be used unless you talk about high production value. And I do believe that if Airsoft Pro League takes off, the amount of this, what I think would end up happening is that if this thing gets picked up to be put on a streaming channel or something else like that, what they'll end up doing is they'll build an entire set, an entire studio, which will probably have around 50,000 square feet with multiple angles and everything else. So I have a feeling that'll be probably the case that if they go wide stream. So some of the other notes that I had about it would be the gameplay style. So first off, when it comes to Airsoft, where'd Wiener go?
He threw a one up.
Okay. So all right, let me just throw up what Will had sent me real quick and check out this one. Okay.
You imagine targeting a target that shoots back at you. Think it's virtual reality? Think again. It is.
I'm not seeing anything.
Are locked and ready. How ready? Watch. We're
All
not
right.
talking pressed everything.
There we go.
Here.
Everything operates
Oh, that's the MMA fighting and stuff too. That's,
same way as a real gun because it is a real gun.
I need a Glock and a SIG, please.
Oh, yeah, we're not gonna.
yeah,
That's simunitions. We're not.
and
talking-
also there's MMA fighting too. Once they
Yeah, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested in talking about that right now. So, it's sim rounds and everything else. Those hurt like a motherfucker. But what I would like to see, because of the way that the brackets and everything else go, right? If I'm about to spend $25 for the entire season, if I'm about to do that, then I want to see more than potentially 7 episodes, maybe more. So if my suggestion to them would be, take Team Marauders, have it best 2 out of 3, and then what you do is, you have this bracket right here. So round 1, first episode is Marauders. Their episode finishes with what their record was, and then you have them go up against Team Jackal. Have Team Jackal go. Team Jackal maybe lost the first one, but won the other 2. If there is a tie for wins, then you have them at the end of one of those 2 episodes, like whatever the second episode is in that one. You just have them go head to head in a free for all fight. Have whatever the game mode was, and just have them go head to head, TDM, and that's the person that advances up to the next bracket. So for me, I would think that you'd get more, at least 3 games of gameplay for there, because you should make them play 3 games. Win, loss, it doesn't matter, because they can keep their best scores and all that stuff to move forward. And that way, you're actually developing more of the action of the game in the 24 minutes. It's 20 more because it's made for a 30-minute TV time slot. And that would probably be a lot more interesting to people to watch, because right there, you're literally watching 19 minutes of filler and only getting, I can tell you right now, hold on, because I mathed it out just to double check. 7 minutes of gameplay. So 7 out of 24, so it's like only 7 minutes of gameplay out of watching all that episode. I would rather see a thing like that happen, because they get another chance. You hype it up that way, and then you're not just eliminated first round without actually having an opportunity to move forward. So I did confirm that it was single elimination. Let me see, what else did I confirm when it comes down to it.
Well, according to everybody over on the during the Doomsday stream, not only will I have an indoor field, now apparently I'll run this as well. We're going to open that also. Tomorrow, as a matter of fact, tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow now, yeah, that's what it is. It's tomorrow.
First season tomorrow.
Hey, Mark, you see, you get a raise. You get a raise.
I get a raise.
Yeah, you get a raise.
It's 1,000 times my current salary.
That's right.
Yes,
so you're going to get $10 an hour starting when? January?
2021, $10 an hour.
Yeah, Freddie, it's 7 minutes of action. It is 7 minutes. Just to say, it's like, well, I won't put that. I didn't mean to put that one up, because I'm actually trying to be positive about this whole thing. Of course, Freddie, if you want to jump on here and give your opinion, I don't mind having you come on. You just let me know if that's what you want to do.
He was fun on our channel. He was good.
Yeah, I know. I watched. Duh.
I know. Well, that's right. I forgot you were there. You were taking out the channel.
Yeah, and for some reason the stream failed. I don't know what happened. So I turned away, and yeah. But I still think that this will be a positive for the community, in the sense that it's going to bring a lot of light to it. Even still with, we're watching it through the filter of we're players. I just think those little tweaks, and Chris did admit that he took a lot of the feedback from the community, that they're doing some tweaks for future episodes and all that. I definitely made a mention that you want to watch the commentary there to make sure that you're not giving away how the episode's going to end.
It's funny. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I won't participate, but I'll watch it. It had me intrigued, but like you said, there are some tweaks that need to be done to it. And I mean, it was. I don't know. I just.
I see this like you ever watch the Tough Man competitions?
Oh yeah,
right. Yep. You watch like Tough Man competitions and things like that. Did as much for boxing as ballet did. Now it created Tough Man competitions created MMA. Because the very first MMA fight, very first UFC MMA was based off the Tough Man eliminations. So Tough Man competitions created MMA. That's good. Airsoft already exists. Speed QB already exists. Milsim already exists. This isn't going to create something new. I as much as I respect your opinions, I disagree that I don't think this is going to do anything for the community. I wish it would. I absolutely wish it would, and I can't necessarily say I do or don't support it, because I don't think it's going to do anything for us. So supporting it does nothing. But I don't think it adds any benefit on any side of the house to the community.
And they actually did lower the the price down to $19.95. So I'm
sorry, I'm reading Will's comment.
And I'm going to respond to that, Will. I disagree. In a particular sense, if they're because that takes away half my fun. To be honest with you, that takes away about half my fun. If they can't keep me out of their spawn, that's a lot of times on them. So, but what Greg definitely can do is what Nashville Airsoft does, which is if one side is being spawn prepped, is that they could say red team go back to spawn, or tape team go back to spawn, or everybody go back to spawn, or no tape go back to spawn, and that way you can do the balance out. I just hope to God it wouldn't happen, in the final minute of a game when it really impacts the overall decision of who would win the game. Not that I'm bitter about losing, because they did that shit to me.
I'll be honest.
Better now.
Number one, those of you that played at the fielder that know me know I don't set the games up, but when I do, within the confines of the game, whatever the rules are, I don't think that spawn camping, things like that, or spawn sweeping, or any of that, I don't think that should be a rule at all. If you can get there and I can dominate the place you're supposed to be able to come back to life, shame on you. Go somewhere else. Go find another place to come back to life. Seek life elsewhere. Whatever you got to do, but that's your fault. You should have protected your spawn better. That means you lose the game. Because all I'm doing now is helping a losing team. That's not my job as the admin. It's not my job as the game runner. If you're not good enough, then you lose.
But
that's, in my opinion.
I will agree with the stance of, if you have certain teams, that are really good, that know the field, that go through, if you have a mechanic on there that helps balance out to make everything fun for people, that's the key thing I always look at, is making shit fun for people. So
you balance, yeah. And you've seen us do that. Like I won't send guys, 15 on 15 and 14 of the 15 on one side have a total of $100,000 worth of equipment and a combined time of 40 years. It's not going to do anybody any good. That's not even a game, but that I've seen the effects of that. We've done that, but we actually we've done 5 versus 25 because the 5 were very skilled and the 25 were smattered. It was all in between. If you've got enough skill, it's going to happen. So you have to have that balance, but that absolutely requires someone who's attentive enough and things like that. But I still don't believe in handicapping like that. and which is what it really would be. If I say no spawn camping, no spawn sweeping, none of that, then it's handicapping. I'm not.
I don't think you need to say none, but I do think that you could say you can do the resets, and it makes at least people that are getting dominated a chance to get out and play. Because you might not know off the start, hey, a bunch of these guys showed up. Oh, they all had to get rentals, but really what they are is a bunch of pro gamers from out of state that just decided to check out your field and rent your gear because they were just whatever. And next thing you know, it's spawn sweep after spawn sweep.
No, and if that happens, then after the very first time, that's when you, after the first time it happens, that's when you rebalance the teams. Last Wednesday, how many times did we tape on tape? It happened several times because we had to keep balancing the teams. So
yeah. Well, I mean, the four main of us did not have to switch at all, so that was really good for us. But when it came down to they kept switching people on and off to help out. Now, Will, I'm going to agree with Greg. If I get through, that's not on the field. That is on the players that are there. There's definitely something to be said that, okay. Give me 1 second here, guys, because I'm going to show you what I just did. Crap. What the hell? Why is this not doing? So, I mean, I think the only way to really balance out to where people don't have that sort of thing happen is that if we are spawn trapping, that you say, tape team, go to respawn. So you run back, touch respawn, and come back, and then do whatever. That gives people the chance to move out. But spawn cap, and I look at it this way. If you have me trapped in spawn, I'm going to run out and keep trying to shoot you because my respawn's right here. Your respawn's at least 30 seconds away. So it gives me a chance to go out. I have video after video after video of me doing just that, running out and shooting people. And look, the first couple times I don't do it. But if I have you zeroed and I come out, there's a pretty good chance I'm going to take you out.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, yeah, obviously, if the spawns are wide open where you can shoot from one corner down to the other corner and take somebody out when they're walking out of spawn, that might be a design issue with spawn.
I don't know nothing about that.
But you're also exposed. Thomas, that wasn't me. That was Tink. You actually think my fat ass is going to slide on? I am going to try sliding tomorrow.
It would be like a suction.
No, the funny thing is, I'm going to try doing a slide tomorrow. I'm just going to try, see how it goes. If Freddie's still on here, if I'm limping, over the weekend, Freddie.
Game this weekend? You sure you want to do that?
Yes, I'm going to try. I'm going to try doing a Tinker power slide underneath Everglades at one point in time. Tinker, he's another one of my teammates.
Do you have padded paintball pants?
No, I do have knee pads, but I should be able to do it. I mean, as long as I don't. I mean, you see how many times I slid over the hood of the car? You got to admit that was kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it's actually funny to watch you follow Tink because he does. His is some form of parkour going over it. Yours is more of a old age Starsky and Hutch.
Hey, I slide right off that thing, and I never skip a beat. I don't. He does his whole hand plant around that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise, man. My gun. If you notice, my gun hardly ever dips, and I'll show that in a second. I just wanted to show everybody. We will be doing more content on Airsoft Pro League because I went ahead and purchased the entire season. It's worth it to me purchasing it just to see, especially if the chance to win some cool shit. But I've purchased it. I want to see how the rest of the seasons go. Oh shit, we're not supposed to show that.
Thank you.
So in case you're wondering. Let's see here. We're gonna go right into video here. I think I clipped it. If not, I got it. Yeah, I got a full video here.
How you doing, JT, bro?
Oh, just gotta adjust.
Nope, that's not the right one. Oh yeah, this will be
Do our thing.
All I see is a.
They're probably gonna go to.
No, I know. It's
No,
on
Diego's
once
on
we
that
have the
team. He knows
copy
what we're
over.
gonna do. Same place.
Is that great? Oh, there's Reese. Okay, I thought it was a kid.
Yes.
Wait, you get turned down for a minute there, Wiener?
Yeah, just for a second. Just if you turned around, you weren't wearing a training bra. Like Greg goes to jump over the hood of a car and hits a tire. Bam!
Hey, I've done hood slides in our parking lot in our junkyard before, so
this might be another one.
The brown car. Does this have shit on it?
No. You look so small.
yeah.
It's got like all sorts of.
Even now it's not like that. Definitely doesn't help. Also doesn't help that the admin gave me pigtails.
Yes.
Definitely doesn't help. Go back to that. Show that just because I enjoy the embarrassment. Yeah, roll back about 15 seconds or so.
When he was up against the wall?
A little bit back. A little bit. No, not quite. Right there. Wait for it. There it is. Look at my pretty pigtails.
Pretty princess. And look at your eyes. Your eyes are like.
Yeah.
King.
The one thing I forgot to do was to bring the helmet cam, like the one that goes on a hat for you, because I really did want to put a camera on you. So I thought that would have been good to see your perspective on things. So, Thomas, the guy right in front of me, because this is my perspective. This guy right here, that's Tinker. That's my right-hand man. So if you see me go to a lot of events and all that, Tinker is one of the guys that we do that when we do the call for hood rat shit. He's my primary guy to go to because he knows exactly what I'm talking about, and we do crazy shit all the time. I think this one's actually the one where, oh, come on. It's going too slow for my taste. All right. The other two, that was Diego and another guy that likes to play with us, just running right straight to their spawn. So, at MA, we are very objective based. We went right directly for the objective, and typically we intend to die. We're not doing it to stay alive. We know we're going to get shot there. But if you're playing here and you don't do what those two guys are doing right there, which is running straight down the line, we can't help it if you don't have a way to defend against that. They never should have gotten to that point right there without getting shot, because the other perspective is that's a hallway that goes all the way down to the other end of the wall. So that's just some of the stuff that we do. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of video that I can easily find, but there was one clip I wanted to show because I found it was funny as hell. And this was at the Walking Dead game.
Oh boy.
Oh no, not that one. Stop it. What the fuck? You gotta be. I'll get it back in a minute. So the Walking Dead game was actually a ton of fun. For those of you that did not come out and that did not have the ability to come out and play with us, we had a blast with it. We definitely did some pretty cool dynamics when we were out there playing. What was the attendance like there, Greg?
We had 86 players. We had a good day.
That was
yeah, it was really good. We ran out of rentals. I had to order. I just ordered 10 more rentals for the field. We ran out of rentals. Ended up double renting. So some folks had left early. Other people showed up and ended up renting. They sat around and waited for people to turn rentals in. So it really was a good day. The objective of it there were a lot of goals to the day. Jeremiah, who organized the whole thing, who put the game together. He had help from Tiny. There were several goals from it. One of them was to allow Jeremiah to kind of stretch his legs a little bit. Give him the opportunity to learn how to run a game like that. We're an established field, bringing on people that want to start running games and learn how to run games. That's a great place for them to be able to do that. The game itself had a couple of, there were some. I don't want to say complaints. There weren't really any complaints. There were some people talking
tweaks.
Overall, from what I understand, the game actually went well, and people liked it and figured. Thank you, Will. That's messed up. I am tired. The game itself went well. Definitely showed us where we're going to improve, and for those interested, we're actually going to be holding more of those, and they're going to be called episodes. So this was actually episode 1. Probably once a quarter we'll hold episode 2, and it will be a continuation of each and every game. So I think a lot of people are going to enjoy that. I think it's going to help grow it and get it better every time.
There was definitely some interesting things that we tried throwing out there that actually worked. It just didn't work. It was just like some implementation and flow things, but I did want to show. I found it, so I'm going to go and throw it up on the screen real quick. Except I should stop screen sharing. God damn it! This is the power of just putting your gun down and just walking.
That was close. We'll give you a box. I know. We need those 5 frames from your arm.
That was just.
Is that? Oh no, that was Arthur. I thought that was Arthur in the back.
No, Arthur wasn't over there. It was just so funny because when I come walking up, I noticed that all these people are dead. All these people are dead, and I heard people walking and talking upstairs. So I was like, well, if there's any place I'm going to do it at, it's going to be right now. And it was like final 2 minutes of the game, so it really didn't impact anything by me throwing a grenade up there. It was great. But one of the cool things about Greg's Field is sort of the fun aspects that came through it. And there was one part that I think you and I both loved, Greg, which was this interaction right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And
how you doing?
How you doing?
How would you like to resolve this?
Well, right now, you have a sidearm in your hand, so
Ew. I put my hand there right away.
You're dead. I don't want to pull the trigger, but I got a proposition for you.
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a chaos team for a little bit.
I don't think I have a choice, do I?
You do. You know. I mean, you get a minute cool down. Start grabbing crates. Go.
All right.
Grab 2 crates.
You got me. What do you want? What do you need from me?
I just need you to replace the crates that you guys stole.
Oh, I don't know where those crates are.
They're right over there. You can stay dead if you don't want to switch.
Come on here, Blue. Come on. Come on, buddy.
Come on, man.
Now, stop it right there. Hang on, wait, stop right there. The neat thing about this is everybody laughed, and that is what I loved about it. I think the interaction was awesome, and I thought it was cool realism behind it. Dom had your back, like the whole thing, and definitely talk about you actually smacking it away and all that. But the end piece, all that laughter came from everybody. No one was mad. No one that didn't happen. That was so funny. I tried something, it didn't work. I got shot, my fault, and move on with it.
Let's
So,
watch that
yeah,
again because that was kind of funny. Wait, hold on.
You'll
Oh,
Or you could just stay dead if you don't want to switch.
Look, Dom's ready.
Oh, come on, man. That works.
Dom got it.
Yeah, Dom shot the shit out of him.
Yep.
You'll
Wait,
try.
if you heard that, he goes, "See you in a minute."
Yep.
All right. So
When I talked to Dom about it, he was like, I felt something was going on, so I started just kind of clocking him. He said, I just started watching him, and all of a sudden, as soon as that happened, he drew up on him.
No,
Yeah.
will be playing.
So I must have really messed up his gun, or at least the cocking mechanism, because when he fired, I knocked the gun away and he didn't hit me. But if you notice, he's trying to pull the trigger again and the gun's already cocked back. So when he fired and I smacked it, it stopped the gun from going together. So I lived, and then this happened. That laugh is so infectious, man.
That works.
I'll see you in a minute.
You'll try. Which side is he at?
And that's the kind of stuff Dom actually enjoys doing. That kind of stuff too. He likes that. So like that was a fantastic engagement, and the fact that it happened on my field that way.
We're booby trapping the crates.
Grenades underneath each one.
So you can't see.
I got caught by a booby trap one time at America. I did not know. I was so new to the sport and all that, and I found a case on the ground, and I picked it up, and I thought it was caught on a vine because it was out in the woods. So I pulled, and what it was obviously was the pull tab to a flashbang inside it. So when I pulled, I'm like, huh, and I'm holding it in my hand, and it blew up in my hand. Now the case was only this big, so the flashbang blew the case apart, and my hand actually flew open because of it. My fingers were all numb, so it's maybe a little bit of dangerous thing, but I don't get caught by booby traps anymore.
You learned your lesson.
So,
No.
while you're telling your story, the same guy in black was right back here. He's the one I shot. So he tried to come back, and he failed. And this was another part that Greg really liked. So, there's some interesting parts of. Oh shit!
And Georgia.
Whoa.
Oh,
One hit.
Colorado, Mexico.
Watch this.
All right, people.
Never should have happened. Never should have happened.
Now, that was another great interaction also that I just didn't put on camera because these were all videos I made for TikTok. They're quick and they're 1 minute videos, but there was actually a pretty cool interaction after that where they're like, holy shit, how'd you do that? And then this was the other fun part of the weird shit that we do at Greg's.
So, all right, you want to do the duel? All right, ready? 10 paces, turn around. So somebody else count us off.
Ready? 5, 4.
No, it's 10 paces. So 1,
No, it's this way.
2, 3, 4.
I like how your faces pick up speed.
7, 8, 9, 10.
He disappeared into the bushes.
The reason why we came up with this dual thing was because, as Greg says, you don't have to take the courtesy bang, which that's fair. I get that. But I do it for a safety factor. If I have you dead to rights and I'm 5 feet away from you, and I don't want to shoot you with a gun that's shooting 400 FPS with 0.3s or 0.32 BBs, I don't want to take the shot. I'd rather just have you accept the hit. If you really want to, I'll shoot you. But there was a sort of a disagreement about that because I pointed at the one kid that said bang. He goes, I'm dead. He goes, screw that noise. And I turned to the poncho guy and I go, and I tapped him with the barrel and I said, you're dead. And then he goes, no. What? I'm still pointing my gun at him. I was like, if you want me to shoot you, I'll shoot you. I just don't do it. I was like, understand too, if you don't accept it now, you will not get future courtesy from me later. So
Right.
That's the way I go. And trust me, man, I don't want to be like that.
Sure you do.
No, I really don't. Especially since I embedded a BB in some dude's nose at Southern Comfort.
Right.
Nah, I don't like taking the risk.
Hurting is not part of the sport. It's the intentional hurting is not part of the sport.
It's not, but if you get hurt accidentally, then that's just part of the sport.
Yeah, that happens.
My nose shot off more than once.
Like
one time.
Yeah, like the guy that I shot at Southern Comfort. You know, shit happens. You know, that's what happened there. It was not an intentional. I'm aiming for the guy's face. It was very much a whoops.
Yep.
Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I'm doing the same thing Wiener is now that I'm not bringing back anything on my screen. But it really is. So that's sort of. So if you guys did not go to this Walking Dead game, I say you guys definitely come out for episode 2 because I think we sort of hashed out some cool stuff. One of the rules that they didn't like was the fact that if I died, I killed everybody within a 100-foot radius of me. But there was an intent behind that. The intent, at least the beginning part, which happened, it was effective for the first 2 evolutions or the first 2 games, I should say, was that people would not shoot me. The 3rd and 4th game, I didn't say 100-foot kill radius. It's just it allowed me to go back and forth between the 2 groups and not get shot as I'm moving because now people are a little bit more target acquisition-y and all that other stuff. Me and the guy that played Negan Wolf had an awesome time interacting. We had some yelling matches that people thought were real and were getting a little bit nervous on. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah. So that was kind of fun. Now, what I'm going to be doing is going to. I realized one thing we didn't do at the start of this. So, we forgot to do the sponsors. So, it's 1 hour to our stream, and this is going to be.
Sponsors. You no longer have a channel.
This is going to be early. This is going to be an early stream tonight, guys. The reason being is like, especially Wiener and I have a feeling that Wiener's probably going to go. He's probably going to even go more gray, watching everything later on tonight, because I don't think he's going to stop watching tonight. Just like I'm not, but I'm used to staying up to 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't think he is.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably have my iPad in the middle of my chest, and I'll be asleep in about an hour.
Yeah.
So after I see we take Florida.
That is not. I don't think that number is coming in tonight.
All right.
Hey, you're probably not. You probably won't see that tonight.
So for our sponsors, we want to go ahead and thank Dead End Outfitters for all the stuff that they do. They really help us out. It's that little man right below you. You know, I know you have to look down to see him.
I got a DEO special.
If you don't know what DEO is, now's the time to find out. Dead End Outfitters, they make awesome gun. If you need your guns upgraded, they're one of our go-to places right now to get stuff done. Their D-Hop barrel patches are absolutely phenomenal. We like to thank High Powered Airsoft, HPA, for all the stuff that they send us, our BBs and everything else. We want to thank Doomsday Airsoft for all the support they are, but Bulldog, kiss my ass. If you guys...
It's with love. With love.
No, that's it. Never mind. We are going to be going out to Veterans for Airsoft game up in Sherwood Forest this weekend, so that's why the stream's early today. We also are going to be going to Overwatch 6. So the Overwatch 6 from Doomsday Airsoft, there are still some green tickets left. There's no more Hilo flights yet left, right?
There's 110 Hilo left.
Okay, 49 green tickets still.
Go buy it.
How many green tickets are left?
41.
41.
I'll get that number for you. Exactly what you go through your sponsors here.
Well, I'm putting up the graphic here.
I'll get you. Give me a second here. Oop, wrong thing. This phone. Oh, interesting. Tuesday. There we go. And go to the page and go to the. Come on.
So we do. While he's coming up with the numbers, we do want to thank everybody for their support. Without our sponsors, we would still be here, but we would not be as happy as we are right now. Yeah. So if you guys can follow
41.
us on, how many?
41.
41. Okay, that's the graphic.
Yeah, tan helo. 41 green left and 1 tan helo.
All right.
12 observer. Sorry.
Remember, guys, there's a promo code. If you put in promo code Players Wanted, you'll get an extra free patch at the event. In addition to that, we just want to thank everybody that sits there and comes through and watches us. So remember, we are on Facebook as Players Wanted Airsoft. We're on YouTube as Players Wanted. We're on TikTok as Players Wanted. And if you want to follow my silly ass on Instagram, it is _ Joker's card with a Z. So now, man, we covered everything like pretty early. I thought Airsoft Pro League was going to take up a little bit more time. So I really wanted to end this at around 10 o'clock. So we got about 14 more minutes left. What are some of the other exciting things you guys want to talk about right now? Do you want to talk a little bit about Overwatch or?
Well, there's not a whole lot.
Bad, so sad you guys called me liberal.
Sold out. One was completely sold out, which is awesome. There's another event we can talk about. If you want to talk about the other event the week before through AMS.
Actually, there's a quick question. Thomas asked, catch you later, guys. Before I go, how's the Battle Bus and Battle Bug coming along?
Oh, great.
Progress is slow.
Back to you. All about you now.
Hey, look, he asked the question. I'm going to answer the question, guy. Come on, guy. They're both being worked on currently. Obviously our welder is not going to be, well, it's not obvious, but our welder is not going to be available. So we'll start picking up welding stuff again beginning of December. And the Battle Bug and Battle Bus should be fully operational and ready to go mostly operational for the Battle Bus. The turret will be up and ready. But the Battle Bug should be fully complete by Overwatch. So, all right. So now we have Iron Horse 3, right?
Iron Horse 3 at the Guardian Center in Perry, Georgia.
Yeah. So, let's go in order for the events that are coming up for us. So this weekend is Veterans for Airsoft.
Yep.
That charity game, I'm going up there with just me and Braxton. I don't know where Braxton is tonight. The following weekend will be Wasteland 11 at Wayne's World. So, Papa, do you have an answer for me?
The store will be open tomorrow night.
No, that's not the answer I'm looking for.
Probably. Yes. Your current answer is probably more than likely.
Okay.
That is your current answer. And I'll probably have a final answer for you tomorrow when I see you.
Is that your final
Okay.
answer?
All right.
That's fair, right? That's a fair answer.
That's a fair answer. So I will be at, or at least some of us will be at Wasteland. Some of the crew from Dead End Outfitters will be at Wasteland the entire weekend, but I'm going for Saturday. Sunday, my plan is to go up to Battalion for the day to play at Battalion a little bit. That's why I'm asking Papa, because he hasn't been to Battalion yet, so I'm going to drag his little stumpy ass up there with me. After that, the next event that we're going to be doing is you're going to have a game day on the 11th, Papa, or the 21st, November 21st.
Our next game day is the 21st. We're actually shifting 1 week to make room for the holiday seasons coming up. Thank you, Joker, for pointing that out to me the other day. So we won't be open in 2 weeks, or a week and a half, because of Wasteland. And then we will be open the following week, the 21st. And then the 2 week schedule after that, leading all the way up to Road to Overwatch, which is, I believe, is 2 weeks prior to the Overwatch event itself. Road to Overwatch. Yep, we've talked about it before. It's a place where, it's a time where you get a chance to come on out and not just play pickup games, skirmish games, things like that. Actually get a chance to practice certain skills. If you want to actually practice those skills, be put in an environment when we teach. When we teach things like cover and move, we teach a team how to do that. We teach a team how to defend against that. And then we put you together to make you utilize those skills. And then we move, and then we switch sides to use those skills so people can actually learn that, because you've been to enough events, you've seen it. if you don't know how to do those things, you can tell the people who don't know how to do that at a Milsim event. If you can't do that at a Milsim event, you're not going to win.
Yep. And then so the December 11th will be Rev 11 that at least I'm going to, and a few of the other guys from Team Screech Dragon are going to go. I think Wiener's going to be going to that. He's pushing forward, which goes into January. So in January, 2 weeks before, you said Overwatch, you're going to have the Road to Overwatch. So I'm actually able to attend that. All right.
Yep.
And then that's where we come to the weekend before Overwatch, which is AMS's Iron Horse 3, which is going to be at the Guardian Center. Shit, I forgot to say what colors I'm going on. So, but for Overwatch, for Iron Horse,
Cost?
huh?
Aren't you going green?
I am going green for Iron Horse. And I was just trying to think about the other ones that I was thinking about. Well, for the only one that matters is for the VFA game, I'm going multicam. So, but so we're going to go Faust. It's going to be at the Guardian Center. I'm going to have my freaking brain probed again you have to get a coronavirus test within a negative result within 72 hours of the event, or they're going to test your ass right there at the event, and that's going to, huh? It's a finger prick. Oh, it's a finger prick
At the event, yes, they get a faster result, but there is a possibility. If they said if you test positive, they'll give you 20 minutes to retest you again because it's possibility of a false positive. They're having issues.
Okay. All right. So then that one we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Faust. So I'm gonna go green. That should be a fun event. And then of course we then have Overwatch 6. That is going to be a badass event. I am going tan Wiener. I am going tan Wiener.
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Wiener.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. That's that's an inside joke between us guys. So, people are sitting there like everybody's like, "Oh, Tan's selling out. Tan must be the good team." It really isn't the best team, guys. It just happens to be the team that I will always be on because I am always tan for Doomsday events, just like I'll always be green for DCA events.
Admin.
What?
I still may end up being the tan main admin. Yep.
Kamikaze Airsoft is commenting tan is the best. No, you just have some good players on it. But here's your opportunity and chance to shoot the shit out of me. I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could actually take out my team. So here's what I'm going to say. So there's also another thing that's going to happen is that you actually be able to donate to throw pies at people's faces. And evidently, I'm one of the faces that you're going to be able to throw pies at, like my actual face, not a freaking picture of me. But I don't think, you don't want to go tan because I'm going to lay the challenge down. I don't think your teams can beat my team. So come at me, bro. Just buy the green and try to go up against the best. So, so those are the schedule that we have for right now. We will see what happens after Overwatch 6, what happens with the country, whether we're in another shutdown or not, which I hope we're not, but we might be aiming that way. So any other fun announcements? Anything that you want to touch on for either one of the two events for AMS or Overwatch?
Nope, nothing touching Overwatch. We got a shit ton of sponsors and things like that. I think the only thing is if anybody's on here that is going and has not gotten into the chat rooms yet, please either email me your real name so I can let you in the chat room because that's what we're going by, whatever roster we have. If you have a name like Tyrone Shoelaces or Debbie Bertha or something like that, you're not going to get into the pages to chat. So just send me your real name and we'll get it straight. Send it to our Doomsday page and we'll take care of it.
Kamikaze, I'm not saying I'm the best airsofter, but I am still kind of hard to take out even at MA. So let's go. Come out tomorrow, bro. I'll be out there tomorrow at 4 to 8:30. I'll be playing airsoft. So what you got? I don't think you can take me out tomorrow.
He said just kidding at the bottom.
No, he didn't. I ignore that statement.
JK at the bottom. See it?
Nope, I don't see it at all. There's no JK down there.
Who's taking it back? I got your back, Kamikaze.
Greg, do you have anything else that you want to announce?
What's that? It's already opened. It opened last week. We're going to running now. Every time we talk about it, it gets closer. So, no, we really are considering that. Getting closer to, as we get closer, we'll start teasing some of the guns that are going to be released at Overwatch. We are releasing several lines. Really looking forward to that. Oh God, sorry, I lost my train of thought. The guns being released at Overwatch. Be on the lookout for some of the games and events coming up at the field itself. I'll be down there, probably not to play though tomorrow.
Everybody,
I got to do a turnaround, man. I get so much going on. I'm waiting for 10 o'clock to get back to work. So much going on, and it's a good thing. Look, you know that.
Yeah, I know. I could tease all I want to, but it really was great to have you out at MA last week. It was fun. We had a great time. Having a chance to move around and do what we needed to. You realize that you need to get back out on the field.
Please understand. I say it all the time. I would obviously, I would rather facilitate. I've been a facilitator most of my life, making sure people get a chance to do what they need to do, and I'm a spectator. I enjoy that. Obviously, I want to play, and I take the time I can to play, but and that was a good time. But I would much rather allow others to have, the game this past weekend, Walking Dead game, was fantastic. I didn't sit down until 4:30. It was the first time I sat down because we were so busy in the shop and cooking and doing all that. That's fantastic. I mean, I was more tired than if I had played. But it doesn't mean that all the guns that I got collecting dust don't want to be out there slinging BBs. So it's it really is. It's a good time. As far as Overwatch goes, come to the table. We're not just going to be. We don't just have all the guns. We're a ton of pyro, all your consumables. We'll have kill rags. We'll have, like we always do. We have the IFAKs and ace bandages. Inside the IFAKs and all that, like we do every year. Tiny's got some new patches coming out. So we've got it. We're gonna have everything you need. We'll have some tech time there too if you need some tuning. If you need to do a drop-in barrel, and both of you at this point can actually both talk to the fact that the barrels, for $60 to $100, it's the best single upgrade that you can get right now.
Yeah,
and
without a doubt, you're gonna have a straighter flight, more consistent BB. If you have not checked out the D-Hop in the barrels, I would highly recommend getting on it because it really is. It helps out even a basic gun. Like, say you don't have a lot of money that you have to do upgrades and parts. Okay, well, start with the barrel, then go hop up, then go to a MOSFET trigger response system if you really need to. But there's stuff like that. So, what I would love to say is thanks everybody for that tuned in tonight. We had a pretty good night for people watching everything else. I hope you guys liked our commentary on the Airsoft Pro League. I'm looking forward to see what else comes out through the episodes and all that. Hopefully they make the adjustments they need to. And I hope it grows up. I know that Papa, I think we got a pretty good consensus of what everybody thought of the stuff that's there. So any final thoughts?
No, nothing now. I think we covered it all. I'm looking forward to the next several weeks. So
am I. So with that, I am Joker from Players Wanted. Below me is the little man Papa from Dead End Outfitters. To my right there is Wiener from Doomsday Airsoft. And until we see you on the field, good night.
Have a good one. See you guys.